Hey guys. Hey everybody. So I couldn't really sleep right now because I had took a nap earlier and I slept really good then. And so I thought I would just pop on and chit chat with you guys for a little bit until I can get myself to fall asleep. So what's up? What I'm going to do while you guys are coming in here is I'm going to share a little bit about, who I am and stuff, and then I'm going to ask you guys to help me with some things, okay? Hey, Margarita. So, my name is Nicole Pludre. I am a person in long-term recovery. I got on medication-assisted treatment, specifically Suboxone, in 2015 after graduating from a 30-day residential treatment program. My son had been taken away from me, and basically my son's life was on the line. It was either stay sober or have your privileges, your rights revoked to your child. And so I made the decision to get on Suboxone to act as a insurance plan on my sobriety, because in the past, every time I had tried to get sober, I would get sober and I would be sober for 6 months and then I would relapse every single time. I was in and out of 30-day residential treatment programs and sober living houses for the better part of 10 years, and I was even sent to prison because of my addiction at one point, and so after being in prison and experiencing so much negativity and just really having a bad experience with being in and out of residential recovery places and only ever being offered the 12-step abstinence-based recovery module, I actually made the decision to save my own life and get on Suboxone. And when I tell you guys, making that decision was the best decision that I ever made in my whole entire life. I am so proud of my recovery today. I am so strong today. I'm actually in school to become a substance use disorder counselor. I actually do recovery coaching with people every single day. I offer coaching on how to build your social media, all kinds of different things. And I've been able to develop, this social media and able to help people. But it all started out because I had gotten on subs and I wanted to find people that were like-minded. I wanted to find people that were open-minded to all forms of recovery and that believed in science and evidence-based treatment. And when I first started sharing my journey about being on subs, I was met with so much judgment and so much ridicule from people who are supposed to be sober and in recovery. Okay, and I will tell you this. Some of the most ruthless people are people who have been sober from drugs and alcohol through a 12-step program. They're some of the most judgmental, ruthless people I've ever met in my whole entire life. I remember the first time I told my story online, I was so excited to share because I wanted to let people know, I found something that's working for me, finally, I found something that's working for me. I have been able to obtain a 1 year of sobriety. This is 7 years ago, and I want to share it with other people, And so I shared online, and I got met with so much judgment. And I remember thinking, I'm going to give up. Hey, Amber, congratulations, girl. I remember thinking, I'm giving up. That's it. I'm not gonna tell my story. I'm gonna listen. I was letting what other people were saying about me affect me. I was believing the lies that were being thrown at me by people in recovery. And it really discouraged me. And I quit. I left Facebook. I deleted my account. And I was so upset. I left with my tail in between my legs, But I kept having this nagging feeling that God was telling me, you need to tell your story. You need to share. You need to share about being on Suboxone. There's a lot more people that are just like you. If you got this response from people, just think about the hundreds and thousands of people in recovery who are judged every single day because of a medication that they're prescribed. Just think about all those people who are that are in early recovery, who are on subs, who have been told that they're not in recovery, that they're not sober, that they're not clean, that they can't share at a meeting, that they can't go to a certain meeting. Just think about all those people, about how they feel because they have been told this, right? Think about that. Think about how they feel, Nicole. You need to speak up. One thing I've always been all my life is somebody who stood up for what was right. I always will go in and I will stick up for people. I will stand up for what's right. And I just like this, like a little angel on my shoulder was telling me, like, hey, Mel, you need to be advocating. You need to be helping people because more people need to know that it's okay. It's okay to be on medication. If medication helps you stay healthy, happy, and able to take care of your children, okay, I will always come correct. I will always tell you guys, if you get on medication-assisted treatment, it is a opioid, okay? Suboxone is a partial opioid agonist, all right? You will have to taper to get off. I'm never going to lie to you and tell you it's a magic pill that's going to cure your addiction, okay? But I will tell you that it helped me tremendously. For over 10 years, I was in and out of Alcoholics Anonymous. Relapse after relapse after relapse after relapse. And I felt hopeless, dude. I felt like, oh, obviously, recovery's not for me. Obviously, God doesn't want me to be clean and sober, right? God doesn't want me to stay alive. This is all because I'm a bad person and this is what I get in life, right? I was so discouraged all those years. And all it took was me opening my mind and trying MAT treatment. Because I was in and out of AA, I was very brainwashed to believe that there was this one way of recovery, and that if you did not do this one way, that there's no other way than that, right? And so imagine all the millions of people who were like me, who were also brainwashed that the only way to recover from drug addiction and alcohol addiction is to be abstinent from all mind and mood altering substances, as well as be in a program, a 12-step program, right? Sure. I mean, the simple answer to not being addicted to drugs would be to not use drugs, right? That's to not use drugs. That's abstinence, right? That's like the most basic fucking answer you could get. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out, right? But what about the people who stop doing drugs and can't stay stopped? What about the people who continually try, but continually relapse and return to use? What about those people? Because there is a subset of those people that are just like me, who chronically relapsed over and over again, who want to be sober, who want to change their lives, but continuously go back to the old way, right? And so there's people like that. And so I am so grateful, you guys, that I opened my heart and my mind to alternative methods of recovery, because if I hadn't, I would be dead. I would have never gotten my son back. I would be dead in the grave right now. We have got to start sharing and letting people know that there are other methods to obtaining recovery, and that abstinence is just one little way. One little way, okay? There's a plethora of different ways to get and stay healthy and disconnected from drugs and alcohol that were causing you harm, right? Once the brain has rewired, it's just normalizing the brain. Yeah, and so even whenever I would have like 6 months of abstinence, right? 6 months, y'all. 6 months of abstinence. 6 months of behavior change. 6 months of controlling my impulses. 6 months of working a full-time job. 6 months of paying my car payment and my insurances and all this stuff, right? and I would fall back. I would fall back every time. And I was so ashamed, right? I was so ashamed because I genuinely wanted to be sober. I wanted to get my life back, right? I wanted to improve my life, right? And like I said, I know that there's more people that are just like me. Okay, I know there's more people that are just like me who are dual diagnosis, co-occurring disorders, have severe mental health disorders on top of being addicted to drugs and alcohol. You know, I know that there's a lot of people that are just like me. And I believe that my mental health, my mental illnesses are a huge factor in why I relapse all the time when I'm not on a medication that helps me maintain. I believe that it's because of my mental illnesses. All right. And so I'm very, like, if y'all haven't noticed this yet, I'm just now starting to learn all about myself because of how many years I have used drugs and alcohol to try to, like, change the way I feel and, like, make me not feel the way I, you know, just trying to, like, calm myself down with drugs and trying to make myself, you know, like, focus with drugs, just everything. And now that I'm not on drugs and I'm not medicated with all these, like, huge amounts of methamphetamine and cocaine and benzos and opiates, it's like now I am, like, living my life regularly, wide open. Okay. And so, like, even from moving into the home that I used to live in to moving into this new house, I am, like, a different person. When I lived in my house there, I was, like, in my room all the time, depressed, you know, overeating a whole lot, not leaving and going anywhere in my vehicle. And just the change from getting out of there and moving into my own place has been substantially better for my mental health. Like, it has literally elevated me to the next level, you know, and, like, I'm active now. I get out of bed early in the morning. I want to do stuff. I fold my fucking laundry. I fucking get my shit done, right? I want to clean my house. I want to keep things in order. I did not feel like that over there, you know, and it's because I was fucking in a deep depression. So when you have somebody that struggles with, you know, mental illness on top of being struggling with impulse control and addiction, you know, it can really be difficult for one to maintain a level of sobriety. And so medication assisted treatment saved my life, and it has given me the opportunity to be able to, you know, function and be a healthy, operating, productive member of fucking society today. And I also get to help so many other people, and I never in a million years thought I would ever be able to help people, right? I thought because I was on MAT that I wouldn't be able to help people, and it used to be like that. It used to be be looked down on if you were on Suboxone or Methadone, but not anymore. Not anymore, and I'm so fucking grateful for that. It's Judge McJudgy making it hard for people to widen the perception of oneself. Absolutely. And like, there's so much stigma that's still attached to the disease of addiction. It's really what keeps us all stunted, you know? Like, I see the stigma every single day here on TikTok. Like, I see nurses and that make videos every single day here on TikTok who make fun of their patients for needing pain medicine, who make fun of their patients for being homeless and not having anywhere to sleep. Like, it's just, that's stigma, right? The idea that because I have a drug addiction and that, you know, I'm in recovery, that I'm not a good worker, or I shouldn't be hired by a big company or trusted, like, that's stigma, you know what I mean? And so it's like, we have such a long way to go, in the recovery world to where it will be able to change and be better, you know, for everybody. But anyways, being on Suboxone saved my life. And honestly, look at me in my eyes when I tell you guys this. When I first got on Suboxone and people told me that I wasn't clean and sober, it hurt me so bad. I can remember crying myself to sleep because of how judged I felt, how alienated I felt, how pushed out I felt. I felt like I didn't have a place to be a part of. I felt like I wasn't being accepted by the very people who I thought would accept me the most. the very people who I thought would accept me the most, my own peers, my own drug addict friends here in TikTok, on YouTube, were not accepting me. Were not cheering for me for changing my life and improving my life. Those were the very people that judged me the most out of anyone. See, I can handle an ignorant motherfucker. I can handle somebody who just isn't educated and doesn't understand how medication-assisted treatment works. I can handle that. I can handle it if you're just not educated and you're willing to learn. But I can't handle a motherfucker who knows and is still judgmental, right? I can't handle that shit. I cannot handle somebody who is just holier than thou and thinks they're superior because their sobriety was obtained through abstinence, you know? So we all start on the same level playing field, okay? You might have obtained your recovery through abstinence. I obtained my recovery with a MAP program, with meetings, with a therapist, with sponsorship, and mental health treatment. Okay, I have a plethora of tools on my tool belt that help me maintain my recovery, right? And so just because I maintain my recovery a different way than you maintain your recovery doesn't make my recovery not valid or less than. It just means it's different. And so if being different makes you feel uncomfortable, that's something that you need to look inside of yourself and ask yourself, why am I angry at someone else because they are utilizing a MAP program? Why does that make me mad? Okay? And I guarantee you, if you look inside of yourself and you ask yourself, why am I mad? Why do I care? Right? It will always come back to something about you feel like we're getting over on people. You feel like we didn't go through withdrawal enough. You saw somebody who abused MAT. Whatever it is, right? Like, that's a you problem. That's something that you need to work on with inside yourself. You need to let go of those resentments and pray and forgive and let go of that. Because a true person who has solid, healthy recovery is not going to pass judgment on you for being on Suboxone or Methadone or Sublocade or Vivitrol. A person that has solid, sober recovery, evolving recovery, happy recovery, they're going to have no time to comment and judge you on what your recovery is, because they're going to be so busy taking care of their own recovery and helping other people that what you're doing for your recovery does not matter to them. Because you know what? As long as you're healthy and happy and thriving, that's what I want for you. If you're a drug addict who has struggled all your life and you're trying to get into recovery and you find a way that helps you, I don't give a fuck what way that is. I just want you to be healthy, happy, and thriving and moving forward and making progress, right? That's all I want for you. I want all the goodness for you. And so I'll never understand why people feel the need to, like, come in, like this guy that was in here earlier. I just blocked him and he said, Suboxone's not clean. You're not sober because you're on Suboxone. Like really? Well, you know, there's two things. There's something called being, like, without drugs, like sober, right? And then there is recovery, okay, and actually having solid recovery. A person can get off of drugs and alcohol and be free from drugs and alcohol and still be a piece of fucking shit, okay? They can still be the fucking shittiest shithead you ever shitted out of your shit, okay? Because you know why? Because they have no kind of emotional sobriety. They have no kind of healing on the inside from trauma and, stigma and shit that was pushed onto them. And so that's why they're still sick. You know what I'm saying? They're still sick, but operating under the guise that I'm abstinence, so I'm more recovered than you. Hey, Jessica, what's up, girl? So do you understand what I'm saying? And so I have met so many people who have like 20 years of abstinence, right? But they are the most judgmental people I've ever met. Let me tell you a story. So it's no secret that I worked a 12-step program for the first 4 years I was sober on MAT. And I had an amazing sponsor, I thought. I thought I had an amazing sponsor. She took me through the 12 steps multiple times. I was really, really close to her. Well, one day we went out to eat at Cracker Barrel because every Sunday we would meet at Cracker Barrel and we would do step work together and eat lunch. And so I'd met her at Cracker Barrel and we were eating our lunch and I had ordered my food and the guy brought it out and delivered it, put it on the table. When he was walking off, I said, "Thank you, babe." Because down here in the South, I don't know if y'all are like this anywhere else, but when down here in the South, we say stuff like, "Thank you, babe," "Thank you, honey," "Thank you, sweetie," "Thank you, sugar pie," just like I've always done that all my life. And so that's what I was doing when this man gave me my food. Well, he walked off and she scolded me. She said, "Don't say that to him. You shouldn't talk to them like that." And I was like, those people. And I was like, "Those people, them?" And she was like, "Yeah, black people." I was like, I have been working with this woman for some fucking years, and she is a prejudiced bigot, right? She is fucking, oh my God. And like my face, I could feel my whole face and neck turning red. And I said, "Are you serious? Are you serious?" She's like, "Nicole, we don't associate with those people." And I was like, "Those people?" I said, "You do realize that I'm Mexican. You realize that, right? Like, Mexican from over there, that's where my family's from." She's like, "But that's not the same. That you're not like them. You're not like black people, right?" And I was fucking astonished, dude. I was appalled, all right? And, I'm a fucking junkie. I normally don't get astonished or appalled by anything. And so I was like, "Man, I cannot believe that you're saying this to me. I cannot believe that I'm seeking help from you, spiritual help from you. I can't believe that I have been trusting you and you have been guiding me on this journey. And this is the kind of person that you are." Like, it just totally blew my mind. And I told her, I said, "You know what? I don't give a fuck what color your skin is. I love all people." I said, "You know that I literally was with a black guy for like 2 years when I was in high school. You know what I'm saying?" I was like, "You know that I date outside of my race. You know that, right? Like, if I wasn't married to my husband and a black man was attractive and we fell in love, I would marry them, And that's when she told me, she started getting embarrassed, I think. And she was like, "I'm sorry, you just don't understand." I was like, "No, what do I not understand?" "You just don't understand. Like, I was brought up like this. This is how it was. I'm a farm girl." And I was like, "Girl, ain't no way. You know better. You know better, especially in today's day and age. You know better. I don't care if your parents were fucking prejudiced. You didn't have to be that way. You could have changed. You could be better, especially if you are supposed to be working a spiritual program of recovery, right?" That was my first, damn, dude. And that's when I realized, people that are in AA and NA and all that, they're fucked up too. Just because they work the 12 steps don't mean that they're good people, all right? It don't mean shit. And so she was like digging herself in a hole. She was like, "I don't even sit by those people in a meeting, and I wouldn't even hold their hand if we were praying the Lord's Prayer." And I was just like clutching my pearls, y'all, clutching my pearls. Like, I was pissed as fuck, dude. So I paid my tab and gave the kid like a big ass fucking tip. And I left. And I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I thought about it. And I thought, man, and I called her. I said, "I just cannot work with you. I cannot have you as my sponsor if that is how you feel about people that are not white. If you feel that way about people that are black, then I don't want to be connected to you. I don't want to be nowhere near you." It was just an experience that really it opened my eyes a lot, and made me realize that, a lot of times people will put their sponsors on these pedestals, like they are some, fucking, spiritual being that's like vibrating and radiating off their own fucking peace and shit like that. And it's like, no, you guys, like, they're the same as us. You know, just because somebody works the steps or goes to meetings or got sober doesn't mean that they are a good person. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, a good person, you guys, a good person stands up for what is right. Okay? Does the right thing even when no one else is looking. Has integrity. Okay? Oh, you did? Oh, cool, girl. It will save you a lot of money. Congratulations. A good person isn't racist. Okay? A good person is not racist. Yes, yes. But here's the thing. Yes, but in the 12-step programs, you guys, a lot of people put people up on this pedestal who have like 20. My sponsor had 31 years sober. 31 years. And this, another thing that I learned from her, I'll never forget this either. She was, I was over at her house and we were like doing stuff, and she had some medicine called in by her doctor, and I remember her calling me back into her closet, and she was like, I just want to let you know, I'm on Xanax. And I was like, that it blew my mind. I was like, oh, you are? Because I was always told, like, being on MAT's not sober, no minor mood-altering substances. And so when she told me she was on Xanax, it took me back for a second. And she was like, well, I've talked to my sponsor about it. It's prescribed to me for anxiety. And this woman's like 65. She's got 31 years sober, and she was an alcoholic. And she said, at first I was really like against it. I wouldn't take any mental health medications because that's how she was taught. No mind or mood altering substances, right? And she was like, I had to fucking do this because my mental health was just so bad, right? And so when a person that was brought into the program and was brainwashed into believing that she couldn't treat her own mental health with a doctor's help because that wouldn't be being in recovery, it wouldn't be sober, And I remember her showing me that she was on Xanax. And at the time, I hadn't told her I was on Suboxone. And so I remember, that gave me the courage to tell her that I was on Suboxone. And that's what she told me. She said, as long as your medication is prescribed to you by a doctor and you take said medication as prescribed by your doctor, then you are doing what's right for you, because we as human beings, as drug addicts in recovery and alcoholics in recovery, we are not doctors. We don't know what's like medically best for a person, And so, but for so many years, y'all, there was sponsors, there still is sponsors that are like this, that will tell their sponsees that they don't need to be on any mental health meds or anything like that. And so anyway, I don't know how I got on that subject, but oh yeah, I know how, because, being a person in recovery and being healthy and helping others, like being a good person, right? It's just having integrity, dude. Like having integrity, right? Like it means so much to me to be able to be authentic and honest with you guys and share my life with you guys. Like I don't come on here and do anything that is like shady or half-assed or anything like that, Like I am honest to a fault. I'm too honest sometimes, And so, anyway, today I had, I don't know if you guys saw the live, but it's up on my YouTube channel if you didn't. Today I had, hey Raquel, I need your address, hun. Today I had Mr. Rick on my account, and we talked all about ADCSI's program for counseling and coaching. And it was great. Y'all should have came to it. He shared a little bit about his story, about how he was born with a spinal cord injury, so he's always been in a wheelchair. And when he was growing up, his mom was addicted to meth, and so it was like normal to be people on meth and being high all around his house. He grew up in LA. And so he became addicted to methamphetamine at the age of 12 years old. And got into like gangs and drugs and all that. And he ended up finally getting sober in 1996. That's how long he's been sober. He got sober and he, got into working in recovery, and he got his certificate counseling degree, right? And so he got his counseling degree, and then when COVID hit, they started seeing how like more treatment centers and more schools were moving everything to like online, right? And so that's when they decided to develop alcohol, drug counseling institution. I don't know, ADCSI is what it's called. Develop that program so that way they could certify people in recovery coaching and counseling from the comfort of their own home, And so he is the like instructor and like wrote the curriculum and everything for this program that I'm in to become a counselor. And so he came on and he shared with you guys. And so there's a lot of programs, you guys, that will tell you that they can certify you in coaching and counseling and interventionists and all that, right? A lot of the places that do this, though, are like, they're dishonest. They won't tell you, hey, this certification's only good in the state of California. Hey, this certification's only good in Arkansas. They won't tell you that. They'll have you paying them $2,000 to become a counselor or an interventionist and have you under the idea that you can use your certification in the state you live in, right? That's why I like Mr. Rick, because he straight up told me, he said, California is an ICRC state, so is Georgia, so is Oregon, so we operate off of the same requirements to become a counselor. And so to become a counselor through the program that I'm in, you need to be aware that the certification is for California, Georgia, and Oregon, right? And so you're probably going, well, Nicole, you don't live in California, Georgia, or Oregon. I know, I don't. But I work with people, and my job is in California. The people that I associate with all live in California. Okay, so whenever I decided I wanted to become a counselor through this program, I asked Mr. Rick, I said, hey, well, I work for Dr. B, and his office is in Santa Ana. And if I want to become a counselor and I get the certification, would I be able to use it working for Dr. B? And he was like, absolutely, absolutely. He said, now, what you could do in Arkansas after you get your certification is you could go to Arkansas and ask them, hey, Arkansas, I was certified as a substance use disorder counselor out of California, and here's my credentials. What do I need to add that certification here in Arkansas? Okay, and so that's what I plan on doing. Arkansas just called me this week and told me, hey, we got your peer application. And I said, you guys got that a year ago, and you denied me because I was on Suboxone. Well, we changed our minds, and we're accepting people on MAT now. And I was like, oh, hot diggity dog. So I'm going to go ahead and get my peer certification, I'm pretty sure, at the same time as I'm getting the substance use disorder certification. So that way I'll have my peer for Arkansas, my substance use disorder counseling in California, and I can use that to work for the companies that I work for in California, which are treatment centers in California, like the one that my friend just opened, that's a completely online treatment center. And he was like, you're getting certified as a counselor? I was like, yeah. And he was like, we're hiring counselors remotely that can see our clients through Zoom calls, because everything's done online. It's a whole online rehab. And this is what's going to start happening, you guys. They're developing more and more and more stuff like this to where, like, you can go to rehab and not have to go into rehab in person. It'll be completely online. It'll be completely like a Zoom call, right? Of a classroom with you and your peers and the instructor, the counselors, all that, right? Now, of course, this kind of like level of treatment is going to probably be, it will appeal to a certain demographic of people because, of course, like somebody who is trying to get clean and maybe, is homeless or is really struggling to get off drugs and cannot, get off drugs safely without going into detox. This isn't for people like that. This is for somebody who, maybe they have been abusing meth or cocaine or even a little bit of alcohol, but they're not like, they're not addicted to alcohol where they have like withdrawals and shit like that, or it's to where they can stop using, sober up, and then enroll into this online rehab, right? So I'm really excited. Now, we've already started doing online therapy for people. So this could even be, you could even use this certification to be an online counselor or therapist. So anyways, I'm excited. He came on today and he shared all about it, all about what, how he developed it, what it takes, how much it is. He talked about how they do financing, they take payment plans. I mean, one of my people just joined and is doing the recovery coaching class, and I think it takes like, is it the 6-month class? I'm not sure, but it's like, I think it's a 6-month class, and they signed up for the recovery coaching certification, and he is literally working with them to where they only have to pay him like once a month. Once a month they make a payment to him. They didn't have to pay down any down payment, and they're going to have a certification to be a recovery coach that is recognized in all 50 states. That's the great thing about recovery coaching is that it's basically being a life coach but specializing in addiction, right? And so there's no like jurisdiction or rules on being a life coach like there is a counselor, okay? And so you can become a life coach and operate anywhere that you want and treat anyone and help. You can build your own practice and be a recovery coach. Coaching people and building your own business and all that kind of stuff. So that's what I would want to do. And that's what I'm trying to help people with here online. I'm trying to help people learn how to build their social media followings so that way they can build a community, be a recovery coach, build a community, coach their people, and help their people. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm kind of just rumbling around and telling y'all. But, yeah, we posted that video, and it's on YouTube. It's called Rick Was Addicted to Methamphetamine, and now... when
I decided to go back to school, I hadn't been to school.
Now he is an instructor for ADCSI, which honestly is so fucking inspiring, you guys, to be able to go from being, addicted to meth to being a teacher that teaches people how to become coaches and counselors, And so, I think it's so awesome. I want to be able to do that. That would be something that I would want to do. Like, let's say Mr. Rick gets old and decides that he wants to retire. Like, I could take over and start being the instructor. That would be so awesome. Like, that's like kind of where I see this going, or this relationship that I have established with Mr. Rick. I feel like maybe one day I'll be able to step into his shoes and be able to help people that are, wanting to learn and help them learn, Now, there was a time when I first got sober, you guys, where I didn't even believe that I was smart enough to go to school. I didn't believe that I would be able to help other people. I had no confidence in myself. I believed that I was just not worth it, So, and we also talked about, this is a really good topic we talked about how a lot of people in the recovery community, they get upset when they see people who are getting paid to help people, who are getting paid for their time, right? And he was like, you guys got to understand that there's a difference between doing service work, right, and working a job, right? What I do is my job. And then on the side, I will do stuff for free or just to help people. That is not my job, right? That's just me doing things because I want to help somebody, right? And so I think a lot of people will mix the two together and feel like every single person has to do things the 12-step sponsor way, but not everybody is looking for that. And that's what I feel like the recovery community needs to open their hearts and minds and realize that there's a lot more people now that are seeking out treatment and recovery in ways that are not common, like not 12-step, not rehab, not abstinence, like with social media being the way it is now, people want to connect with people that they watch every single day, somebody like me who they trust and who they have come to know over years of watching me on live streams that they look up to, and they say, hey, yeah, I'm struggling with addiction and I want to get sober, but I want Nicole to help me. Nicole, I see her, she did it. I want her to help me to do it too. And so that's what it's all about. That's why I love social media and connecting with people, because it's been able to give me a connection with people that I would never be able to have a connection with because y'all live so far away, But anyways, I really, really just love being able to help people, and I want to enable more of you guys to be able to help people from your homes like I am able to, because it has given me so much freedom to be able to work from my house and not have to be worried about going into a job, being able to be at home with my son and be a mom, And so anyway, I want you guys to be able to do the same thing. Is what I'm saying. I want y'all to be able to do the same thing, and that's why I am always trying to help you guys find ways that you can build your social media, ways that you can get your education, ways that you can help other people that are going to help you, Wow, thank you so much, Cynthia. Listen to this comment. Nikki, you are raw and real. You really do speak about being an addict and ways to recover. Anything besides death is a success. I support needle exchanges in a mental health system that needs reform. My people, this is about saving lives. Yes, absolutely it is. It is about saving lives, because dead people cannot recover, Dead people don't recover. And that's what I have to I also don't think people think before they say stuff about MAT or judging people. Do you not think before that comes out of your mouth? If you really think and you have any kind of brain inside your skull, then you know what's been going on the last 5 years in the United States and all the people that are dying from drug overdoses every single day. And it's wouldn't you want those people to have access to any treatment that they need, not just fucking 12 steps, So, and like I said, I'm not against 12 steps, you guys, but what I'm against is this one way of thinking, this closed-minded thought process that every single person is going to be able to fit inside the same box, the same recovery pathway box, So, anyways, I'm looking at my YouTube social media thingamajigger, and we are at 18,914 subscribers on YouTube, which I cannot even believe it, y'all. I cannot believe it. But in the last 28 days, I've gained 688 subscribers, which I have been working so hard to post content consistently over there. Because when I joined when I joined TikTok, you guys, like I really just kind of like started to neglect my YouTube channel, and that's where everything began for me, was my YouTube channel. That's where I started. My community was on YouTube, and so kind of like leaving them there and not being there for them because I came here to TikTok, like I feel really bad about that, you know. And so I've been really trying to work hard on making sure that I connect with my people and that I've been uploading there regularly. So I cannot believe those videos got that many views, dude. It's crazy. So I had a video go viral over on YouTube, and it got 3 million views, and then another one got 2.3 million. That's crazy, dude. Crazy. Are you talking about on YouTube? Or what are you talking about? Tell me what you mean. YouTube, TikTok, or Facebook, baby. And I'll tell you exactly what you need to know. September was a good month over there. Yep, that's where. So I upload all new videos on my YouTube channel. They'll go up on my YouTube channel. Like today, I uploaded a new video, and it was a video of me and Mr. Rick going live. Then I also upload all shorts over there, which are all my TikTok videos I upload on YouTube, okay? And then I make new videos on there. Like I've probably uploaded like 40 videos in the last month that are brand new that you guys have never seen over here on TikTok. You haven't seen them. It wasn't a live stream. It's nothing like that. They're all like legit brand new. And so I would love for y'all to come over there and watch them, because that is where I actually get paid for my content, okay? I actually get paid on YouTube, okay? I don't get paid here. I don't get paid on Facebook. I get paid on my YouTube channel. And so that's another reason why I have got to start putting more effort into it, you know, because it really, really does help me, you know, making that little extra couple of $100 from my YouTube channel helps my family, you know. So in the last 28 days, I posted 32 shorts videos and 6 new videos and 1 live stream. Okay, it felt like I did more than that. So I need to up that. I need to upload more videos. So that's 1 video a week and then 2 extras. Oh, it's called Discovering Nicole, my YouTube channel. There's a link in my bio, and you just go to my bio and you'll see the little YouTube thingy on my beacons, and just press that. It'll take you straight there. But when I tell you guys, like, I enjoy making content, okay? So let's look at these top performing videos for this month, okay? Becoming the woman I've always known I could become. Methamphetamine. Oh, wow. She did 8 years. Oh, wow, that's a new one. In prison. Is it Cassie's video? That is. Cassie's video is doing good, y'all. Do y'all know Cassie? Thanks, Taylor. Yeah, it's called Discovering Nicole. Oh, yeah. I've been uploading new videos on there every day. So if you haven't watched, what you need to do is you need to go to the channel and then go to recent uploads. You might just be watching like old videos that I uploaded a long time ago, which is still fine because there's thousands of them, you know. Hey, Jessica. I know it sucks. I know. Did you set your stuff to like on YouTube to like remind you when I'm on there? Because it will if you I think it should, or at least let me see if I can find her thingamajigger. What's up, Isaac?
Yo, Nicole.
What's up?
What's going on? I'm out here. I just hopped on for a bit. I came to Target with my wife and kids. They went in there. I stayed in the car, and
Oh, cool. I'm just
I saw
chilling.
you.
Y'all, this is my friend Isaac. He actually was, I was just talking about you. He
No way.
actually owns a couple of outpatient treatment centers in California. And I was telling everybody about how, like, rehabs are moving more into where, like, you guys are hiring, like, telehealth counselors.
Yep.
So that way your clients can be getting treatment from the comfort of their own home.
Yep. Yep. For sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm not sure if you knew this, but I'm doing a crazy giveaway. I just literally decided to do it a couple days ago, um, where people are submitting their stories, like before and after photos, and a little story about them, and someone's gonna get a scholarship to a online substance abuse counseling school.
Hell
Whoever,
yeah!
based off those stories that everybody submits. So yeah, we do work with people doing telehealth treatment and treatment all over. But
Are they going to do the school like I'm doing with ADCSI, or is it going to be a
yeah,
different one?
yep, it's gonna be ADCSI.
Yay! I just had
Yep,
Mr. Rick
yep.
come on, and we talked all about the classes and everything, and he told a little bit of his story. But that's so fucking awesome, dude, because that's gonna make somebody so happy that because I know a lot of people struggle to pay for their classes and stuff,
Yeah,
and so I hope y'all better pick somebody who's really deserving, humble,
for sure.
appreciative, grateful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're gonna go through it. I haven't even announced it to my everybody on using my stories channel yet. I guess I'm announcing it here first.
Well, you
Um,
need to make a video, and I'll talk about it too, and I'll put it over here on my account too, so that way everybody that sees it. I mean, because a lot of people see it if we put it
yeah,
on all of our channels.
for sure, for sure. So basically, they're gonna send their before and afters. They're gonna share their story and why they want to win and what they're gonna do with the certification. I took those classes. It cost me like $5,000
Yeah,
for
yeah.
those classes. They're not cheap,
No,
but for somebody who wants to spend their life helping others and giving back, you can't beat it.
that's how I felt about it too, and it literally is going to change my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because even though I live here in Arkansas, like everybody that I work with and do business with is in California, is with you guys,
Yep.
And
Yep.
so like when I got off the phone with Roger the other day, I was talking to my mom and I was like, dude, I could go work for freaking Isaac whenever I get my certification,
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be
For
so
sure.
cool.
Yeah.
So I'm
So yeah, I'm
excited.
excited about it. I was doing case management for like 3 years. I learned a lot doing that. So
See,
what certificate are you gonna get, or what classes are you doing?
the substance use disorder counseling certification, and it's like, I mean, all the classes I'm on, the one I'm taking right now is like personal development and growth, and then there's like 12 other courses I have to take to go with it, but it's called the substance use disorder counseling one.
Sick. That's
I'm
cool.
so
Yeah,
excited.
I know. I'm excited to let everybody know about it. Excited to do a winner, and then we're also gonna do one for all the alumni from my program. One of them's gonna get a scholarship too. So we're
That's
gonna figure
so
out
awesome.
that. Yeah, we just want to give back. We've been blessed, so we want to give
Dude,
back to others.
like people don't I didn't believe in myself, and so I didn't even know that you knew Rick or anything, and I had seen his TikTok, and I messaged him and I said, hey man, I want to talk to you about getting certified with your courses, and he called me back, and we got to talking and everything, and then he started kind of like looking at my stuff, and he realized that I knew Austin and you and all that stuff, and then he called me back and he was like, I didn't know you knew Austin and everybody. I was like, yeah, I work with them, and he really gave me the confidence to like be able to do it because I didn't think I was smart enough. I was like, I'm not smart enough. I won't be able to do it. I won't. I'm so busy all the time. I was like giving myself a hard time, And he really helped me to believe in myself. He said, I've never had anybody when I asked them, why do you want to help people? And
Yep.
I told him, I said, because I'm already doing it but I want to be able to give the best level of care to people. I want people to feel safe with me. I want them to know Nicole got her certification. She's going to take good care of me, and because I want to provide the best care for them. That's why I want to do this, because I love people. And man, I'm telling you what, he blew me out of the water and just really helped me see that I can do it, So I'm excited.
They do a good job too, because it's the same classes, but it's individualized, and Rick works with you, and everybody that he understands, like all the drugs and all the alcohol and all the different substances we use. Not everybody learns the same way. Not everybody
Exactly.
the same pace.
Yeah. That's what I like. I like, because I feel like I'm smart, but like when I'm reading, it's like hard for me to like really take it in. And so like I have been figuring out different ways to like have this book read to me so I don't have to read it like this. So I put my earphones in and I have it reading to me so I can write and take notes and all that stuff at the same time. Because when I write things down, I get it better, like I actually can hold on to the information.
That's sick. I like that.
So anyways, I'm excited. I'm going to tell everybody that you're giving a scholarship away.
Me too. I'll probably record that video on Monday, and then I'll put it on YouTube and everywhere else, and we'll see how it goes. We're gonna.
You've been doing good on your videos. I've been watching you and seeing that you've been posting videos.
I'm trying to get to your level.
You're doing good though. I've been seeing that you know what you're doing, and I thought he's doing good. He's doing good. Are you coming back to us, or are you going to stay on your own?
I'm working with Austin now. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, good deal.
Still in the fam, but my family just got here, so I appreciate you guys. Have a good night. Thanks again.
All right, Nicole. Good night. Love you, man.
All right, love you too.